Tokyo Ghoul Chapter 74. You know what? Fuck the intro banter. It's just I'm still reeling off of last week's chapter over the Mitsuki savagery, which straight up melted my soul and crushed my emotions, alright? And the ending of last chapter, going into this right now, knowing what I know, that next week is Golden Week. No chapter next week. It's the last chapter of Volume 7. I've heard whispers on Twitter and whatnot of people saying that this chapter is fucking crazy, that it will destroy and utterly rent me. And knowing Ishida, and how utterly sadistic he can be sometimes at these crucial moments, I expect dirty things from this chapter. And looking at this first page right now, we were actually going to peer into the psyche of Arima, arguably one of the most, if not the most elusive character in the series, barring the Washu clan and Furuta. Maybe you could add Donato in there, but you definitely can't put Eto in there or Kano because you can see them as far as their emotions, their movements. Even Donato, I'd argue, you can see that very well. So Arima, by far, for me, aside from Furuta as the wild card, the most elusive character in this fucking series. And we're about to get a flashback, as far as it's concerned, based on this first page. Insane. I don't even want to think about it. Let's just fucking go, dude. Tokyo Ghoul Chapter 74, titled F. Let's go. The investigator called the Reaper. How does the world look through his eyes? Man just snuffed out a butterfly's life. What's the matter, Kisho? A bug. It's pretty much 100% confirmed right here. It's pretty much 100% confirmed right here that Arima was bred and raised in the garden. We had our speculation. It was pretty much all but explicitly stated at this point, based on everything that we know. The fact that he had ties to V and everything of that nature. The way that he interacted with Tsuneyoshi and Yoshitoki. But this 100% confirms it for me. You see the flowers in the background. This is most likely Tsuneyoshi right here in the corner. And just to look, I mean, I would argue to say this is this Sunlit Garden right here. Damn, this must be, in terms of his age, this must be younger than he was when the events of Jack took place. Are we really gonna get a fleshed out Arima flashback though? Oh, and it's gone. Fuck. The significance of this first page though is probably real. All the man said was a bug. He killed it because it was a bug, because it was insignificant? Or just because, dude? I'm wondering what the symbolism of this is right here. I'm gonna keep reading, but I'm very curious about this first page. At the very least, it definitely works to confirm that Arima was most likely bred, and for sure was raised in the garden. Which we definitely knew that, but it's just nice to physically see that. Like we have with Furuta, Rise, Hairu. Even I think they already, I mean, they explicitly just stated it with Shao, but still. Let's get into this, dude. Damn. I love the flower imagery too. Like the fact that Ishida is continuing the symbolism of it. Everything as far as how flowers relate to the character of Arima, V14, this instance right here, the garden, dude. And just the way that it's fully inked in black. Just like, it almost symbolizes these flowers withering to me, like straight up death. Look at Kaneki clawing his way legless, dude. Legs, my. What will you do? Will you die again? Arima doesn't see me. What he sees is, Kaneki, I'll see you later, okay? Arima? Yo. This panel is fucking terrifying too. With him standing over the lifeless corpses of Renji. Ayato Toka Hinami. What he sees is, and then this imagery. Is he implying, and thinking back to the first page too with the butterfly, are you implying to me that Arima, because I still have yet to be able to put my finger on this character, as with most people that, most fans of Tokyo Ghoul, I doubt anybody has a clear conception. Everybody can speculate, nobody has a clear conception of what Arima is fucking thinking. But are you telling me he doesn't see people? He doesn't even see creatures. It's all insignificant to him. The only thing he sees is life and conversely death. That's it. He looks through them and that's all. Dude, if that's the implication of this, I mean, it could be something else. That's my takeaway from that panel and the way that was constructed with the dialogue. Are we gonna need some accountants now, dude? An airhead, but more than that, a genius. Arima is super strong, dude. Haidu. I actually really miss Haidu, I'm not gonna lie, but anyway. I've known him for a long time, but I'm sad to say I don't know much about him. Even Fuda knows nothing. But if you think about... Actually, I have to save that for my Hide discussion, but if you think about the encounter between Fuda and... I mean, they were much older. I'm not even going to bring that into it right now. Let's just keep it going. He really is the one investigator we all look up to. There's no mistaking the fact that he's the greatest strength the CCG has. Dude, and of course, Hirako ain't saying shit. The animosity that this man actually has for Arima, that has been exposed throughout Reed, is crazy. And it's likely because he's the only one that really sees the shade, and has seen the shade, yet can't move based on, I mean, by the same token, the fact that Hiro is raised in the garden and how closely Kuri has worked with him, I would feel as though they knew more than they do. But Hirako is by far the closest as far as that goes. Dude, mere mortals cannot hope to understand him. The strongest investigator, nihil itself, aloof superior, empty, strangely scary. Dude, these descriptors for Arima, pretty much everything we as readers have ever felt about him, I would say. Seems like he'd be hard to get to know. He goes as far as being cruel towards ghouls. I wonder what he's thinking. Dude, this panel is amazing. Seeing the reflection in Sasaki's eyes. Arima, he is called the Reaper. And every last person asked about him says they do not understand him. Heisei. Me too. I do not understand him. I have a book I'd like to recommend to you. It's a collection of some short stories by Kafka. And yet... I think of him as my father. If I were to do this now, would that be what you want? And he's peered through the very depths of Kaneki's mentality as well. His insight is unimaginable. At the same time, you can't feel anything but emptiness. And the vague emotion, I still believe that Arima doesn't completely view Kaneki as just a tool or anything of that nature, as a mere ghoul or anything of that fact. But I think the most overarching feeling that he has towards Kaneki is pity. That's all I can really see. For what reason, I don't know. But I think it's a stretch to say he... I mean, it's very hard to put your finger on Arima's emotion, so I'm not even going to speculate towards that anymore. He dodged it. So he hasn't just given up the will to live. He's trying to straight up reattach the leg. It might very well work. Heal, damn it, heal. and just tossed the leg off. 645 times. 645 times I could have fatally wounded you. 645. 645 times I decided not to. What? Wait, what? It would take me 2 seconds to kill you. Are you fucking serious? Is she saying in this one bout he could have killed? This is exactly what I was saying too last chapter, as far as Arima baiting people into the weakness and noticing these patterns and the right eye. It's 100% straight, because the man, his tactics, the fact that he measures things at fractions of a second. Okay, there's no fucking way the man has these kinds of repetitive openings accidentally. And you're telling me all the while 645 times during this one brief clash, he could have been done with Kaneki in 2 seconds, is what he's saying. And every time he's decided not to. That genuinely showcases the fact that either he cares for Kaneki deeply, which I wouldn't push it to that extent. It's more along the lines of most likely what he's put into raising up the persona that is Sasaki Aisai for whatever endgame. Or still eludes me. It could be for any number of reasons. I think that genuinely every time I've seen Arima interact with Kaneki in this way, pity is still the overarching emotion. Sparing him. If he could have done this 645 fucking times in this one bout, there's no reason that Renji, and if he could have killed Kaneki 645 times in this one fucking fight, he could have done the same to the rest of that group entirely. Toka, Renji, I know they should have been done. The man's holding back. I wonder if there's some sort of deeper significance to the number as well. Because Ashida definitely does bring in numerology from time to time. But we're not even gonna get into that right now. I'm just gonna keep it going. Your eyes are the eyes of a dead man. The dead cannot stop me. What have you chosen? Dude. This shit is fucking real right now. Arima. Me. After killing you, I need but a few minutes to hunt down and slaughter the other ghouls from earlier. We're almost to the control room. We can stop. We can stop the press machine there. And I promise you I will. Oh my God. This panel is beyond sinister. That is what I've chosen. What have you chosen? I will stop you here, Arima. And what is he trying to draw from him? Is really the question then. You really are an incorrigible one. Enough. The time I spent on you went to waste. This shit is crazy. I'm gonna get killed. Yo. Yo. Holy fucking shit, the time has come. The Kakuja is manifesting. Look at his face. Looks like his leg is regenerating here too. Not yet. Yo. And the scales on it, it may very well be a serpent-based Kakuja like everybody is speculating. Holy shit, this panel is savage, dude. Where the fucking glasses at? Oh my god. Ixa. Yo, he destroyed Ixa. Yet again. He asked, yo. Fuck, man. The Quinque. I'm underground. What the fuck? Wait. Ixa is done. Somebody he called in another one? Yo, he called in another. Who was there? Was it just like a random Zero Squad member? Because I know that he had them alongside him when he first entered, but. Or is it somebody more relevant? I don't even know who he is. It doesn't even look like he used communications. Started getting serious, have we? This Quinque was made from a Kakuho I ripped out of a Ghoul when No fucking way! What the fuck? The first person I've ever used it on. Ukaku triple S rate Quinque Owl. You're telling me he's had this the entire time? When he was 19. So it's Yoshimura's. It was from that clash in the underground. Dude, it looks fucking beast too. And to have an Ukaku Quinque in blade form. Yo. That shit's crazy. Never mind the potential of him having already made a Quinque from Kaneki's Kakuho after the first confrontation of V14. He's had this the entire fucking time. And I still want to know who the fuck just slid it in there like that. Like, who did he fucking contact? My only guess is a random Zero Squad member. Chigyo himself is somehow on scene. But the fact of the matter is, I'm sure he had this in reserve this entire time. Based on the fact that he said, you're the first person I ever used it on. So I doubt it's just been completed. Chigyo had it on deck. He gave it to him a long time ago. Could be... I don't know if Hirako is on scene. It could be Hirako. Could be fucking Furuta, man. Or somebody from V. Either way, though, this shit is fucking crazy. This shit is fucking hype, dude. Holy shit. Yo. Hold on. Look at this shit real quick. Look at this shit. I will protect you, idiot. The fucking Rinkaku that's branching out are straight up those little mouths now that symbolize Eto's Kagane. Straight up. So the portion that he ate has imbued him with the same sorts of characteristics as Nora and Kanye. And he's regenerated his legs with these weird coiled spring-like structures. These are talking as per usual. Yo, does this mean that Eto has some form of control then over the man using this? This is a fucking beast transitionary form though. Still not full Kakuja, not in the slightest. The mask somewhat resembles Centipede, half Kakuja, but the scaling is like it's going down that serpent route. I did not expect to see the Rinkaku tentacles actually be these mouths on Kaneki, though. That shit's crazy. And then the arm that he regened using the Kagane is straight up being manipulated to this giant ass fucking claw. Dude, this is an insane fucking form. And the evolution isn't even done. I need to talk about this in a separate video for sure. Let us begin. Kaneki, dude. This shit is crazy. Yo. I need to see the man. Yeah, I didn't really think about the fact. Is that has to be what the tagline from last chapter meant. A more evil blade or something like that was the tagline. Dude. I knew it, dude. Interesting. You're really giving it your all, aren't you? Boy. What are those sounds in the background? Eto's licking blood off of her lips as well. Meaning she ate. That's fucked. She ate what Furuta brought her. That pate of her editor. That's fucked up. That smile too, so since she's going to make her move, finally. And this confirms that with the gift that she says, that she gave to Kaneki, with that implanted in him, after him consuming portions of her Kakuja Kagane, she can now read the situation through that. She's well aware of what's going on, and the evolution that's taking place. Okay, I've activated the emergency protocol. With this, the compactor should no longer be operational. All that's left is to make our escape through the drainage channel. Dude, Haisaki is not going to allow that to happen. Ayato, Banjo. Oh, that's beautiful, dude. A reunion between Inami and Banjo. I'm so glad you're okay, really, thank heavens. Toka, are you okay leaving him here? If we stayed back, he wouldn't try to win. He'd just try to protect us. Right, be careful on the way down. This place reeks of blood. Ayato, what's wrong? No fucking way. Oh my. No, fucking no way, dude. There's no way. There's no way. No. It's fucking feet. I knew he'd come back, and I mean, oh my god. I thought I just started up for a sec. Oh my, how gory. What the there's no way. There's no fucking way. Clamor of malice. The time to despair approaches. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. Ayato noticed it too. Ayato fucking notices it. See, I knew some shit like this would happen. You see, they're going down it in this panel. And then it's turned on immediately. And this fiend has a horde of V members behind him. God. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe that they all went out like that. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. I'm not even gonna let it bother me. I'm not, because I refuse to believe it. I don't care if people are gonna tell me I'm delusional. I don't give a fuck. There's no way that all of them just went out in the compactor like that. Ayato noticed it. He had to have done something to protect and save them. Somehow, they're okay. I'm not gonna be completely ridiculous about it and say there's no casualties. But there's no way they all just went out like that, dude. Maybe Ayato sacrifice, which would be fucked up in and of itself, if Ayato sacrifices himself right here. Fuck! And I have to wait 2 weeks for this. Just fucking breathe. Just fucking breathe. I have to wait 2 fucking weeks on this shit. Chapter's fucking crazy. Chapter's fucking crazy. Fucking done. Fucking done. Alright. I've taken some time to compose myself because I broke myself, and just breaking the fourth wall and letting you know it's like about a good 20 minutes later than when I ended that video, and I'm relaxed now. Had some time to process certain things. There's only a few things I really want to talk about right now. Arima is probably the biggest thing in this chapter in terms of his perception, gauging his psyche, how he genuinely feels about Kaneki. I think the biggest thing in terms of symbolism, the flowers aside, which we can get into that in a separate discussion because that definitely has a huge part, but with the butterfly and this dialogue about Kaneki Arima not seeing him, I 100% believe that he only sees things as far as the duality of life and death is concerned, and nothing else really matters to him. But he has to have some sort of endgame as far as Kaneki is concerned, which I just can't put my finger on. It could go so many different ways. Fucking shit's crazy. The fact that he has Kaneki is insane to me too. The only question I have right now, because I want to talk about the development of Kaneki's Kakuja right now. The only thing that's bothering me is if it's along the lines of the abilities that he's taken from Edo are along the lines of what was implanted in Noro and Kanye, then especially with the fact that we know Kaneki is probably one of the most adept, as far as regenerative abilities are concerned, aside from, the insanity that is Noro and Kanye regenerating her whole fucking head at one point, Noro, piecing himself back from being split up into various little, pieces many a time. So I'm wondering if there's even a sliver of that added to Kaneki's base regenerative powers as a Rinkaku. We've seen him come back from many injuries time and time again. I think it should have been much easier for him to reattach his leg here, if that was the case. I mean, granted, I guess he wasn't drawing out the power at that time, but even still, the regenerative capability of it just forming these kind of spring-like structures on his leg is weird to me, instead of fully starting to heal the leg. But I mean, this Kakuja transformation is still in transition for sure, 100% still in transition. The mask looks like it's almost taken up the entirety of his face. I like the view of it from the side because you definitely get that more serpentine kind of look to it with the scales and everything like that, versus the angle of it and everything like that, more so mirroring Centipede. But you can definitely tell that there's a variation to it. The arm is fucking insanity. These fucking Eto or Rinkaku tails are crazy. As far as the left side of his body is concerned, still pretty much normal, aside from the spring on the left leg. But I think that the transformation is still in transition. This is more, Farland than just a strip half Kakuja. It's definitely not the same as Centipede. Don't think we're going anywhere in that direction. But it's still not 100% fully formed and solidified. So I can't wait to see it. It's probably going to continue to transition and evolve to a complete state as this battle progresses now, which the battle's about to go fucking crazy with this new form versus the fact that Arima has the Quinque. And then I want to see what Eto's move is going to be now. I want to see, I still need to see Donato make a move. We still have, you know, everybody else that's going to be coming over after Yoshitoki made that order. But the thing that gets me, though, he made that order. We still have yet to see, like, Mogan or Aura come over. I mean, it's probably going to take them some time, yet the members of V are there with Furuta, which that ending. We're not even going to talk about that. I'm not even concerned with that right now. The members of V are there. I'm wondering if they had been lurking there from the beginning. That could very well explain who tossed Arima the case as well, but there's many speculations as far as that's concerned. I would love it to be some crazy shit like Hide or some shit, which I always like to try and play around with ways to reinsert the man into the series in a more sinister light, but that's a discussion for another day. I wonder if Furuta called them over, they were already there, or Yoshitoki himself called upon V to insert themselves in that area, which that would be far too shady, especially with how the message was relayed to one of his subordinates. I really don't think so. Damn, this fucking chapter. I still have yet to look into the numerology of 645. But if anybody is looked into, I'll definitely check it out after I'm done with this video. But if anybody's looked into it, please leave it in the comments below as well. And that I really want to have a discussion about the symbolism surrounding Arima in this chapter. Those are the main things. Those are the main things I want to discuss with this. The symbolism, you know, surrounding Arima in this chapter, and trying to gauge the man's mentality and what is in the man's heart. And then moving on from that, I wanted to discuss Kaneki's transformation and this move to the new Kakuja. And then lastly, that final page. What are people's thoughts as far as what's going to happen there? Because I refuse to believe that the entirety of that group was taken out by the compactor and Furuta gets the last laugh in that moment. No. I'm not going to be that naive to say there's no casualties. That's ridiculous. But I can't imagine they were all just decimated there. That's bullshit. Let me know your thoughts on this chapter, and I'm out. Peace.